lashes I'm wearing is from my friend company, and this is Innocent. I'll have the Instagram somewhere here. Hey everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I am back with another video, a sit down video. Y'all, it's been a while, it's been a minute, I don't even know how long, but we're gonna get back. We're trying to get back into the sit down video. If you guys didn't know, my name is Tammie, aka Boujee T, aka That's It. If it's your first time watching, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. I post some nursing content, lifestyle content, whatever I want content, and that's it. That's it. That's all I post. Today I'm back with another video. Today I am back. This feels so good. Yo, as you can see by the title, I am gonna talk about how I got my job at the ER. Guys didn't know, I am currently in my nursing residency program, which is 2 years, and I'm working at the urgent care / ER, turned into ER July 20 something. Basically it's an ER, but we don't have all the like high-tech instruments such as ultrasound, MRIs, and CT scans. The only thing that we have there are x-rays. So let's get into it. I wrote down everything you guys need to know, such as my interview process and the questions that they asked me, and like how did I apply for the residency program. I applied for the residency program. So if you guys didn't know, I used to work in food services, which was at a hospital. So I just applied to the residency program and transferred. I had to apply as an internal candidate. Once I applied, I submitted my application. They asked for 2 letters of recommendation, one from your current manager and one from outside, like a clinical instructor and all that. And they asked for your resume, they asked for your transcript, and you have to pick 3 areas you would like to go to. Y'all, when I tell you guys, the 3 areas had nothing to do with ER. I'm gonna tell y'all straight up, I did not pick the ER. I did not pick that urgent care. To this day, I'm still baffled on how they got my application or whatever. I have picked either the Nicu or anything that deals with peds. But now I'm so happy I didn't do it, because now that I see my peds patients at the urgent care, I'm like, oh god. So I did interview for Nicu, just to throw that in there. I don't want to make it a long video, but to throw that in there, I interviewed for Nicu, but I didn't get picked. I was in the top 6, but they ended up picking 4 people. And the questions for NICU, they only asked me, why do you want to be a NICU nurse? And that was the only questions they asked me, and that was it. For ER, let me tell you, because I wrote down like my notes and stuff. Fun fact, so after I didn't get picked for the NICU, the interview process of the residency program was over. Like, it shut down I think May 14th. That was the last day. And I'm thinking, shit, I ain't got no nursing job. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I guess I'm just chill in the kitchen until I get like that right position that I want. So out of nowhere, okay, May 14th was the close deadline. And then out of nowhere, May 21st, I get a call from my director. This is me, right? So mind you guys, the phone in my hand, scrolling on YouTube, I'm getting a call coming in. I'm thinking it's my job, like the food service job, asking me if I want to come in and work extra shifts. So I'm like, I'm gonna let that send a voicemail, because like normally I don't know the number, I'm not gonna answer it. I'm just let it send the voicemail, and then I'll listen to it later. So I'm scrolling, watching YouTube videos, I forgot they called. Now out of nowhere, a voicemail pop up. I was like, I waited 5 minutes. I was like, let me go listen to the voicemail. Girl, I went, listened to the voicemail, and it was like, hi, this is from the urgent care center. I want to know if you were interested in doing an interview with me, and please call me back. So I'm like, oh shoot. I'm like, what the heck is this? I never applied to this. Where is this at? So I was like, no, let me find out what this place is. Boom, call her back, and then she's like, hi, is this and I'm like, yeah, this is yeah, it's me. And it was like, hi, I saw that you apply for the residency program, and in my head I'm like, how the heck she got my application? That shit is weird. And I was like, okay, sure, I'll come in. She called me on Wednesday. I had an interview on Friday at 10:30. I went in. I'm thinking it's gonna be me and her. I would go inside. It's 3 people. It was the director, the clinical manager, and the nurse manager. And it's me. Oh, like, I'm just like, oh, I was not expecting that at all. I'm thinking it's gonna be a one-on-one interview. So let's get into the questions. This is a secret, don't tell nobody. I'm giving y'all the ER questions that they asked. Question number 1, okay, to tell me about myself. This is simple. To keep it short and simple, all I said, oh, I've been working at this place for 2.5 years. I recently just graduated nursing school, got my BSN, and now I'm looking towards to start my career as a new girl. Like, I was straight to the point. Question number 2, they said let's talk about your experiences. From that, okay, I was in school for 2.5 years. I was working in food services for 2.5 going on 3 years. With the food service, they was like, tell me about your experiences in food services. I was just telling them how a 10-hour shift, I get there, days where I deliver food to the children, pick up dirty trays, stock the fridge, and the day goes on. Sometimes I'll help out with the cold prep, sometimes I'll help out with assembling trays. Pretty much that was all I did at services besides hiding in the storage room. Yeah, I talk about that experience, talked about my school experience, talk about the work environment, how I was able to work with others. And then another question, the third question they asked me is, why did I pick the ER? I told them straight up, I didn't know about this place. So the day she called, I was like, the day the director called me, I did my research. I looked up what you guys had to offer. I was like, I've never heard of this place. Mind you guys, I've been working with my company for 2.5, well, going on 3 years, and I've never heard of this place in my life. Like, I've heard of the different hospitals, but I never heard of that urgent care. So I was like, I didn't even know it existed. So I was like, maybe this is me, I was like, maybe the universe just placed this on my lap for me to be optimistic and take that chance and start in the ER. Because I was like, my main focus was peds, but since I was like, this one gives peds and adults, I was like, why not try it and just see where that takes me? Because mind you guys, fun fact, I never applied to the food service job because I always said I never wanted to work food service, because I used to work food services in high school and I was like, I don't want to work food services my whole life. But when I applied to the hospital that I worked food service at, I had applied to a different position, but they was unable to work with my schedule. So I ended up getting a random call from the food service director saying that, hey, I saw you apply for this position. I wanted to know if you were interested in working in food service. And I was like, you know what, this is a hospital, let me get my experience, my foot in the door, because I am in nursing school. And this is everything that my director said in the voicemail. She was like, oh, I heard you was in nursing school and I'm be able to work with your schedule, da, da, da. I don't know, the way the hospital works, girl, it's like as if you don't apply for this position, somebody, I guess if somebody likes your resume, or if somebody likes you a lot, they're gonna pass your resume on and try to offer you another position. I'm sorry to go on that ramble. Most of the jobs that I've been working, I've never applied to those jobs. They just literally landed on my lap and I'm like, you know what, let me be optimistic and go for it. And when I do go for it, I end up liking it and I just end up staying in it. So that's a fun fact about me. I'm very optimistic. First question, tell me about yourself, work experience. Why did you pick the ER? Because at the end of the interview, it was like I was just taking over the interview, like just me being myself, because it was me asking more questions. Like I was looking at your website and it says that you guys deal with minor injuries, they have a laceration, and then the clinical manager looking at me, he was like, no. And I was like, well, you guys need to update your website because you guys are giving false information. When I tell you everybody was laughing in that room, I had everybody laughing in that room. It was like, I don't know, I guess they fell in love with me. I was like, I'm open to it and I'm open to learn. And I know how like with nursing school and real life is two different things, but I'm always open to learn and just go on from there. So the last 4 questions that they asked me was, how do you deal with patients who are confrontational? So me, because I work food service, every day we have confrontational patients, such as if we have a parent who's upset, a child who's upset, a nurse who's upset. Like constantly when I was working food service, somebody was upset. Either we didn't have syrup on the tray, they was mad about that because the child couldn't eat their syrup with their pancake on time. Either they wanted crackers, either they needed some apple juice. Like I'm always dealing with confrontation when it came to food services, but in times like that I would just reorient the parent and let them know, okay, if you're ordering pancakes for your child, please add syrup to the list, because if it's not on the list, we're not gonna add it. Honestly, I was just saying I would help teach that patient and just calm down the situation, not telling them to calm down, but just say, oh, I see what happened here. Like, I know you're frustrated. You know, you gotta use your big girl words, like teach your patient, and then we can avoid confrontation. That was me. I guess they loved my personality and I just took over the interview. I had everybody laughing. So The last question they asked me is, where do you see yourself in 5 years? And I said I see myself being a competent nurse, precepting other new grads, and hopefully becoming nurse manager on the floor. When I tell y'all, their face was just like, yes. And I was like, in my head, I was like, got him. Back to the regular program. I think 2 weeks went by, so I ended up calling the director and saying, hey, what's up? Did I get the position or not? And the director was like, congratulations, don't tell anyone, you got the position, which was like June 7th. I signed my contract, left the kitchen, transferred over to urgent care, did the orientation. If you guys haven't been watching, I vlogged my whole orientation, which was at home, so go check out those videos. The funny thing is, when I was leaving and done with the interview, I was like, that's all I have to say. That this is me leaving. And that's when the director was like running after me to hand me her business card. And I'm like, they love me. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, honestly, when it comes to an interview, be yourself, practice all your questions. YouTube videos on how to like practice interview questions, so I reviewed those. And yeah, practice interview questions, talking to yourself in the mirror. The other day I found like a whole list of interview questions that I thought they was gonna ask me, and I was just writing them down, just prepping myself. So prep yourself before you go for an interview. Know about the company and go for it. Just go for it. Know about the mission statement, know the vision, and do your research about the company, the hospital you want to work for, and just go for it. But I hope you guys enjoyed my video on how I got my job in the ER, and I hope these questions and interview tips help. All in all, everything happened probably within 3 weeks. I also want to add on, like, while I was in the interview, I was like, is there anything? Because yeah, you guys remember, you have to ask questions. Like, don't go to the interview only expecting for them to ask you questions. Ask questions, interact with the people who's interviewing, so they could know that, okay, you really care. So my last question was like, am I qualified for this position? The nurse manager was like, well, you got your license, right? And I was like, yeah, okay. And I was like, oh, that's how I knew. I felt in my spirit that I had got the job offer, even though I still called like around June 7th just to confirm, to make sure the transfer process was getting done. So another thing I want to mention is that the director was like, you work food services, so if you work food services, then you can handle the ER. And that's another thing that sealed the deal for me. So yeah, it's been currently 2 months, y'all. September 30 made it 2 months, and now they want me to be by myself. And I'm like, I'm like, oh my gosh. I'm like, wait, hold up. Y'all said orientation is 4 to 6 months. Like, can I get this experience? But honestly, I am a fast learner, and I like to get, like, I'm very hands-on. So when a situation is happening, I like to jump on it. I don't know, the camera cut off somewhere, but October 11th, we're gonna have our second progress meeting, because we ended last week. I don't know, I stopped vlogging because I don't know, I felt a little bit overwhelmed because my preceptor made me work 4 days straight, even though I'm off 5 days straight. But damn, it was like I was so overwhelmed. We had a meeting which went well. They're like, you're good, you can be on your own. And I'm like, hold up, I need to think, I need to process my mind. But now that I've been off for 4 days straight, going on 5, I'm confident, a little confident that I could be on my own, because honestly, I've been assessing most of the patients I had by myself. My preceptor was just behind me shadowing. So that concludes my video. Yeah, like I said, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video.